Today we're going over Crystalsong Forest. There wasn't a whole much of big lore for it, a lot of little lore, comparatively to Sholazar Basin and a few others, but hopefully you still enjoy. Let's get into it. Originally known as Moonsong Forest, the outpost of Chandarel, birthed amidst the height of the Kaldurai Empire, emerged as a sanctuary for arcane wonders amassed by the Highborn, which were the upper class in the Night Elf civilization. Around 10,000 years before the Dark Portal, as ancient Kalimdor bore witness to the cataclysmic Great Sundering, Chandarel found itself severed from the world. Left powerless and vulnerable, the elves embarked on a centuries-long quest in the Moonsong Woods, seeking the magic to sustain them and hoping to find salvation. Around 6,000 years before the Dark Portal, after the Highborn witnessed a fascinating sight of the blue dragons crystallizing things and drawing power from them, they knew they had to investigate and see about learning the magic for themselves. Knowing that the dragons would never teach them, they had to infiltrate the nexus. But the sorcerers, being driven by greed, pilfered relics which triggered the rage of the blue dragonflight. Their pilfering sent the dragons into a frenzy, and while they escaped with their lives, the dragons weren't done with them and would have their revenge. Many of the blue dragons descended upon Chandarel, but the elves decided to use the techniques that they had acquired from within the nexus. Focusing their power, they hoped to crystallize a small portion of the forest and use that as a weapon to destroy the dragons, but they failed. Their reckless casting caused an explosion which released a giant torrent of energy that crystallized the entire forest, thus giving it the name Crystalsong Forest. Shattering the physical forms of life, survivors morphed into maddened crystal entities, epitomized by the likes of crystal satyrs and dryads. Only the four-sided blue dragons escaped the impending spellwork, leaving the land to be plagued by wandering spirits. The Unbound, remnants of shattered civilization, now meander through the ruins of their ancient abode. Approximately 4,500 years before the Dark Portal, Fandral Staghelm, in a bid to thwart the spread of Saronite, planted Nordrassil branches across Northrend. One such branch took root in Crystalsong, evolving into a great tree, adding a meaningful page to the magical history of the land. As the war against the Lich King unfolded, the enchanting city of Dalaran, a bastion of magic, defied convention by being teleported to hover over Crystalsong Forest, a stone's throw from Icecrown's ominous presence. Beneath this floating marvel, the Violet Stand emerged, an outpost shielded by a magical barrier against external threats. The Silver Covenant and Sunreavers, drawn by the beckoning mysteries, staked their claims in the vicinity, transforming the remains of Windrunner's Overlook and Sunreaver's Command into their respective domains. These were once proud highborn towers, now haunting echoes of a bygone era. In tandem with the Nexus War's unfolding drama, the relentless blue dragonflight, hot on the heels of the Kirin Tor, established the Azure Front. Amidst the crystalline landscape, surge needles punctured the azure skies, marking the dragon's strategic presence in a dance of arcane supremacy. Thus, the stage was set for a collision of magical forces, weaving a tapestry of intrigue over the hallowed grounds of Crystalsong Forest. In the wake of the Lich King's demise, the intrepid Bronzebeard brothers revisited the frigid landscapes at Northrend, chronicling their post-war escapades. Amidst their observations, a curious absence caught their attention. The once majestic Violet Stand had vanished, leaving only whispers of its mysterious past. Yet scattered across the icy expanse, other outposts endured, silent witnesses to the ebb and flow of time. As the remnants of conflict lingered, the Azure Front persisted as a steadfast outpost, its surge needles now rendered inert. However, the azure skies remained vigilant, patrolled by the ever-watchful Dragonkin, a testament to the enduring presence of ancient forces. Meanwhile, the Sunreavers and Silver Covenant maintained their foothold in the region. In the mystical embrace of Crystalsong Forest, the Unbound Thicket emerges as a dominant force, a realm entrenched in mystery within the eastern reaches. Its boundaries weave a cryptic tapestry, with Sunreaver's Command to the north, the haunting Zuldrak to the east, the echoes of Windrunner's Overlook to the south, and the somber Forlorn Woods guarding its western flank. Amidst this thicket lies the ruins of Chandarel, nestled just east of a crystalline sentinel. A dance of energy unfolds in this realm where every tree bears the signature touch of crystal, and the very ground beneath, fissured and leaking magical energies, pulses with an otherworldly rhythm. The wind itself, a spectral whisper through crystal leaves, adds an eerie symphony to this surreal landscape. In the Unbound Thicket, the remnants of the once majestic Highborn echo through ghostly apparitions and twisted, maddened creatures. A perilous dance ensues where every glance may provoke the ire of these crystalline phantoms, as the forest holds its secrets close, guarded by the ancient and the arcane. In southern Crystalsong Forest, the puzzling Azure Front unveils itself southeast of the ethereal Violet Stand. Amidst the ancient trees, a captivating display of artifacts belonging to the majestic blue dragonflight graces the area. The heart of their power emanates from a colossal crystal tree, adorned with a mesmerizing chain of 3 surge needles. Strikingly, a 4th surge needle adorned with a distinctive crystal stands guard between this sanctum and the revered Violet Stand. During the tumultuous Nexus War, this very enclave served as the battleground where the formidable blue dragonflight contested against Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. A historical testament to the clash of powers resonates within the whispers of the trees. Years later, in the aftermath of the arduous conflict against the jailer, the renowned Bronzebeard brothers chronicled their observations in a report. They recounted a lingering aura of magic, with surge needles suspended in the air like dormant guardians of bygone battles. Though no longer pulsating with active energy since the Nexus War's end, the needles bore silent witness to eons of struggle. Intriguingly, the brothers noted the lingering presence of blue dragonkin, once a formidable invading force now reduced to a mere fraction. The winds of change had swept through the forest, leaving behind remnants of a bygone era, where dragons clashed and the very essence of magic hung in delicate balance. Nature's canvas is painted by the twilight rivulet, gracefully slicing through the woods from the decrepit flow, leading its journey towards the puzzling mirror of twilight. Above this rustic sanctuary, Dalaran floats with ethereal grace, a celestial city in the heavens. Here, autumn lingers eternally, casting a golden and red-brown hue upon the landscape. Amongst the vibrant foliage stand the melancholic ruins of elven structures, whispers of a forgotten era that adds a poignant touch to the woodland's allure. Murmurs of Murd and Bronzebeard declare this haven to be the safest refuge in the region, a sanctuary to rest one's weary soul, or halt for a comforting rest beneath the canopy of perpetual autumn. In the trial of conflict, the mages of the Violet Stand wove a tapestry of protection, erecting a magical shield dome that shimmered defiantly against the looming threat of the blue dragonflight during the Nexus War. Amidst the remnants of arcane defenses, the ground bears witness to the haunting aftermath, the lifeless forms of blue dragon spawn, fallen soldiers in the nearby Azure Front scattered like tragic echoes in the ruins. Scorched earth and burnt holes tell a tale of battles waged and victory uncertain. Yet, as the echoes of war settled, the brothers Bronzebeard penned a somber chapter in the Violet Stand's history. The Kirin Tor, once guardians of these mystical ruins, departed after the jailer's defeat. Now the landscape bears witness to the silent decay of once majestic towers, draped in vines and smoldering craters, lingering scars left by the blue dragonkin, a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of arcane splendor. In the echoes of its frozen past, Wintergrasp reveals a transformation. Once cradling the expansive Lake Wintergrasp, now a basin laid bare for exploration. A coveted mine lies at its heart, a trove of riches entwined in a ceaseless dance of contention between the Horde and the Alliance. In the aftermath of the jailer's defeat, the saga persists, an enduring skirmish that refuses to yield. Murd and Bronzebeard, wise and weathered, contemplates the significance of these relics. He warns against messing with the Titan's protective seal and reflects on the irony that the relics meant for safety could cause conflict. He encourages both factions to rethink their constant fighting for the sake of peace. His brother, Bran Bronzebeard, wears the curiosity of an adventurer, eager to unveil the tales and powers dormant within these artifacts. Yet a thread of caution weaves through his words, advocating restraint until the world teeters on the precipice of global catastrophe. In this frigid theater of conflict, the question lingers: are these relic keys to salvation or conduits to chaos? So the only thing I couldn't really find like concrete information on was what caused the crystal part of the forest to get taken over by the Forlorn Woods. Now, in the wiki it says that the entire forest got turned to the crystalline structures and forests and everything that we see in the Unbound Thicket and the Azure Front. However, my thinking is that when the Great Tree was planted, the roots and everything was able to push the crystal back and break through and let the natural forest grow to an extent. I'm thinking like parts where there was more magic or more just powerful aspects to the forest, or just more concentration of magic is where the tree wasn't able to really break through and let the Forlorn Woods take over all of it. That's my best guess, but let me know your guess down below. But that's going to do it. Hopefully you did enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. Do take care of yourself.